Stop chasing after women and watch what finally changes inside you. There comes a moment in every man's life when he feels exhausted. Not from work, not from responsibility, but from trying too hard to be chosen. He has sent the messages. He has waited for replies. He has replayed conversations in his head. He has adjusted his words, his tone, his timing, his personality, all in the hope that this time she will stay, respond, feel something deeper. And yet, the harder he chases, the farther she seems to drift. This is where the truth begins, and it is uncomfortable at first. Subscribe now to Psych Secrets and be part of a journey where every video inspires you to see life with a new perspective. Chasing women is not love. It is fear. Fear of being alone. Fear of not being enough. Fear that if you stop trying, nothing will come to you. This reading is not about becoming cold, arrogant, or emotionally unavailable. It is about ending the habit of self-abandonment. Because every time you chase someone who is not choosing you freely, you are slowly teaching yourself one dangerous lesson. I must prove my worth to be loved. And that belief quietly destroys your confidence. The hidden cost of chasing. When you chase a woman, you may think you are showing interest, effort, or commitment. But what she often feels, without being able to explain it, is something very different. She feels pressure. She feels imbalance. She feels that you are more invested in her approval than in your own life. And attraction does not grow in that environment. Chasing shifts the emotional power dynamic. It places her above you not because she is better, but because you have placed her there. You begin to wait. You begin to adjust. You begin to tolerate things you normally wouldn't. Late replies become normal. Mixed signals become acceptable. Disrespect becomes something you excuse. Not because you are weak, but because you are hoping. And hope, when it replaces self-respect, becomes self-betrayal. Why chasing never works, even when it sometimes does. Here is the painful irony. Even if chasing temporarily works, if she responds, if she comes closer, the foundation is already cracked. Why? Because the relationship began with you overgiving and her receiving. And what begins that way rarely balances itself later. You become the one who tries to fix things. You become the one who initiates. You become the one who feels anxious when silence appears. Eventually, resentment grows inside you. You think you are being loving, but deep down you feel unseen. And she senses that weight, even if she can't name it. What confident men understand, that chasers don't. Confident men do not chase because they know one simple truth. Attraction is an invitation, not a pursuit. They show interest clearly and respectfully, but they do not beg for attention. They do not negotiate desire. They do not chase emotional uncertainty. They allow women to choose them, not because they are playing games, but because they understand that real connection requires mutual movement. When effort flows only in one direction, it is not romance, it is imbalance. And imbalance always collapses. The moment you stop chasing, something shifts. When you stop chasing, something quiet but powerful happens inside you. You stop checking your phone compulsively. You stop overthinking your words. You stop feeling anxious about being replaced. And in that stillness, you reconnect with yourself. You remember your interests, your goals, your standards, your dignity. You begin to move through the world with less urgency and more presence. And here is the paradox most men never expect. Women feel this shift immediately, not because you ignore them, not because you act superior, but because your energy is no longer needy, it is grounded. Grounded energy feels safe. Grounded energy feels masculine. Grounded energy feels attractive. Stopping the chase is not about becoming cold. Let's be clear. Stopping the chase does not mean becoming emotionally closed. It does not mean playing hard to get. It does not mean manipulating silence. It means this: you express interest once, honestly. You invite, not pursue. You observe effort, not words. You walk away from confusion instead of trying to fix it. You do not punish. You do not chase. You simply choose yourself. And this is where true confidence is born. The woman who is right for you will not need chasing. A woman who genuinely likes you will make time, ask questions, show consistency, move toward you emotionally. You will not need to convince her. You will not need to chase clarity. You will not need to overextend yourself. Mutual interest feels easy, not exhausting. If it feels heavy, confusing, or draining, listen to that signal. It is not a challenge to overcome. It is information to respect. The greatest power you gain when you stop chasing. When you stop chasing women, you gain something far more valuable than attention. You gain self-trust. You begin to trust that you are enough without forcing connection. Love does not require self-sacrifice. Peace is more valuable than validation. And from that place, relationships become different. You choose instead of chase. You attract instead of pursue. You connect instead of cling. Final truth: the man who stops chasing is not giving up on love. He is finally choosing it, the kind that meets him halfway. And the moment you stop running after what does not choose you, you become available for what will. Stay grounded. Stay honest. Stay self-respecting. Everything real begins there. Subscribe now to Psych Secrets and be part of a journey where every video inspires you to see life with a new perspective.